Imagine a war, not with weapons, but with food. A battle you fight every single day. This battlefield is in your kitchen, your dining room, or that cozy corner cafe. The enemy? Overeating. It's a struggle that many of us face, often silently, behind closed doors. It's not just about willpower or self-control. It's about habits, emotions, and our environment too. It's like being stuck in a maze without a map. But today, we're going to equip you with 9 strategies to conquer this battle. Overeating isn't just about willpower, it's about biology. Now that's a statement that might raise a few eyebrows. But let's delve into the science behind this. You see, our bodies are intricate machines, regulated by a complex system of hormones and neurotransmitters. They control everything from our heart rate to, you guessed it, our eating habits. Yes, those midnight snack cravings aren't just about your love for potato chips. It's your biology at play. Let's take a trip back to 2017. The University of Cambridge conducted a study that revealed an interesting fact about overeating. They found that this habit can trigger a malfunction in the brain's weight control system. Here's the science. Our brains have a region called the hypothalamus. This is our body's thermostat, regulating our weight by balancing calorie intake with the energy burned. But when we overeat, this system can go awry. The constant influx of excess calories can overwhelm it, leading to a phenomenon called leptin resistance. Leptin, for those who don't know, is a hormone that signals to our brain when we're full. It's like a stop sign at the end of a meal. But when we overeat, our body produces more leptin. Over time, our brains can become resistant to this hormone, meaning that stop sign becomes less visible. And there you have it. The result is a vicious cycle of overeating and weight gain. It's not just a lack of self-control or willpower. It's a physiological response to an imbalance in our bodies. But here's the good news. Understanding this science is the first step to breaking the cycle. By recognizing the biological factors at play, we can start to take control of our eating habits. Understanding the science behind overeating is the first step to victory. Knowledge is power, friends, and with this knowledge, we can start to take back control. Strategy number 1, mindful eating. Picture this, you're at a table, your favorite dish in front of you, the aroma wafting up. Now instead of wolfing it down, you take a moment. You appreciate the textures, the flavors, the colors. This is mindful eating, a practice that brings you into the present moment, immersing you fully in the experience of eating. A 2014 study published in the journal Eating Behaviors found that this practice can significantly reduce episodes of binge eating. By focusing on the food, we become more aware of our body's signals, understanding when we're truly full and when we're just eating out of habit. This awareness is the first step to overcoming overeating. So next time you sit down to eat, pause, take a breath, appreciate the meal before you. Take your time, savor your food. This is mindful eating. Strategy number 2, portion control. Picture this, you're at your favorite restaurant and the waiter brings out your favorite dish. It's heaped high, practically spilling over the sides of the plate. But here's the catch, our eyes are bigger than our stomachs. We're programmed to eat what's in front of us, even when it's more than we need. Now let's talk science. A study from 2015 published in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics found an interesting solution to this problem. The researchers discovered that using smaller dishware can actually trick our brains into feeling satisfied with less. It's a simple change, but it can make a big difference. So next time you're serving up dinner, try swapping out that large dinner plate for a smaller one. You might just find you're satisfied with less. Remember, it's not just what you eat, it's how much. Strategy number 3, regular exercise. Now, we're not talking about running a marathon every day or hitting the gym for hours on end. It's all about consistency and moderation. A brisk walk, a quick jog, a short yoga session, or just dancing around in your living room can make all the difference. Why is that, you ask? Well, back in 2012, the Appetite Journal published a remarkable study. It revealed that regular exercise helps regulate the hormones that control our hunger. So, by incorporating some form of physical activity into your daily routine, you're not just burning calories and toning muscles. You're also keeping those pesky hunger pangs in check. But remember, exercise isn't a quick fix, it's a lifestyle. And just like any lifestyle change, it takes time to see and feel the difference. So, be patient with yourself, listen to your body, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. Exercise not only shapes your body, but also your appetite. Strategy number 4. Adequate sleep. We often underestimate the power of a good night's sleep, but it's vital in our fight against overeating. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're not just waking up grumpy and groggy. You're also setting up your body for a day of craving high-calorie snacks. A study published in the journal Nature Communications in 2013 found that sleep deprivation increases our desire for these foods. Imagine your brain like a car. During the day, it's running on all cylinders, burning fuel and keeping you going. At night, it needs time to refuel. If it doesn't get that time, it starts looking for quick energy boosts the next day. And where does it find them? In high-calorie foods. So, you see, a lack of sleep doesn't just leave bags under your eyes, it can also lead to bags of chips in your hands. Let's not forget, sleep is not just about quantity, but also quality. Good sleep hygiene, like a dark, quiet room and a consistent bedtime, can help you get the rest you need. So remember, it's not just about eating right, it's about sleeping right too. Sleep well, eat well. Strategy number 5, hydrate. Now you might be thinking, how does drinking water help control overeating? Well, let me illuminate you on this. Picture water as your invisible ally in the fight against overeating. It's not just about quenching your thirst, but it's also about assisting your body in feeling satiated. A study published back in 2010 in the journal Obesity revealed something fascinating. Participants who drank water before their meals experienced greater weight loss compared to those who didn't. Quite a revelation, isn't it? Think about it. Water takes up space in your stomach, making you feel fuller and reducing the amount of food you might feel compelled to eat. It's like having a secret weapon that not only keeps you hydrated, but also helps to curb your appetite. So, next time you're reaching for that snack, try reaching for a glass of water first. You may find that it's not hunger that's driving you, but perhaps, just perhaps, you were a little dehydrated. And there you have it, folks. Water, your secret weapon in the battle against overeating. Now, let me share a personal story. There was a time when my love for food was not just about the joy of eating, but had turned into a constant battle with overeating. My plate was always piled high, and before I knew it, I was on the fast track to an unhealthy lifestyle. I remember one day, I was sitting at the dinner table, staring at my 3rd serving of lasagna. Yes, you heard that right, 3rd serving. I was like a human conveyor belt for lasagna. But then, something clicked. I realized that my relationship with food was spiraling out of control. So I decided to take action. I started implementing the strategies we've been talking about. Mindful eating became my mantra. I started to savor each bite, connecting with the texture, the flavors, and suddenly, food was more than just something to gulp down. Portion control was another game changer. I swapped my dinner plate for a smaller one. It was like magic. My plate was full, but with less food. Who knew that a simple change like that could trick my brain into thinking I was eating more than I actually was? And then came regular exercise. Now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't running marathons or lifting weights like an Olympian. I started with just a 15-minute walk every day. I tell you, those 15 minutes were a struggle at first, but soon they became the best part of my day. Adequate sleep and hydration were the final pieces of the puzzle. I began to sleep more, drink more water, and less of those sugar-loaded drinks. You know, it's funny how often we confuse thirst for hunger. And finally, perhaps the most important change is that I began to eat only when I was not in front of some type of screen. No TV, no computer, no cell phone, no socials. This was a big change for me and perhaps the most profitable in my weight loss efforts. These strategies transformed my relationship with food. It was no longer a battle, but a balance. I started to enjoy food for what it was, a source of nourishment, not a tool for emotional comfort. Before we wrap up, here's a bonus strategy for you. This one's a bit different, but it's as powerful as the rest. Managing emotional eating. This is a major factor that often gets overlooked. Many of us tend to resort to food for comfort when we're stressed, sad, or even bored. And this, friends, leads to overeating. Now, let's take a look at a beautiful piece of wisdom from the book of Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 16 says, "If you find honey, eat just enough. Too much of it, and you will vomit." This scripture is not just about honey, it's about moderation. It's a reminder that even good things, when consumed excessively, can lead to unpleasant outcomes. Just like honey, food is a good thing, a blessing. But when we eat more than our bodies need, especially when driven by emotions rather than hunger, it results in overeating and its associated health issues. So, the next time you reach for that comfort food, take a moment to check in with your emotions. Are you really hungry, or are you just trying to fill an emotional void? So, there you have it. We've explored several strategies to stop overeating, from understanding the science behind it, practicing mindful eating, controlling portions, incorporating regular exercise, ensuring adequate sleep, staying hydrated, and finally, managing emotional eating. Each strategy is a tool in your toolkit, ready to be used and combined in a way that works best for you. It's not about being perfect, it's about progress. It's about making small, sustainable changes that can have a big impact on your overall health and well-being. And remember, it's okay to have setbacks. They are part of the journey. What matters is that you don't give up. Keep trying, keep pushing, and before you know it, you'll be making strides in your battle with overeating. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Start your journey today. Thank you for staying with us till the end. Your presence means a lot to us. If you found value in this video, we'd love if you could tap that like button, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment with your thoughts. It's your engagement that fuels our commitment to bring you more content like this. As we fade out, remember this quote: "Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out." Start your small efforts today and see the big changes tomorrow.